This week, Dean files Chapter 11, Unity and Windstream hit impasse in mediation, Acosta releases prepackaged plan, but certain lenders form in opposition. More on all this, and as always, updates from Puerto Rico. Welcome to the Week in Reorg.
Hello, welcome to the Reorg Podcast, where we bring you the latest top developments in high yield, distressed debt, and bankruptcy. I'm Connor Skelding.
And I'm Raksha Manjunath. Later this episode, I will run through a few credits which experienced a high degree of volatility after reporting third quarter results. It's Sunday, November 17th.
Dean Foods, a Dallas-based food and beverage company, the largest dairy company in the United States, filed for Chapter 11 protection in the Southern District of Texas last week. The debtor stated that the case was filed, quote, in the face of significant industry headwinds and an impending liquidity crisis, which were sparked by a multi-year trend of shrinking margins and increasing competition. According to the first day declaration of CFO and Senior VP Gary Ralphs, after considering a variety of strategies to, quote, re-energize the debtor's standalone business, the debtors ultimately determined that a Chapter 11 filing was the only option they could pursue for a variety of reasons. Specifically, Ralphs pointed to potential contingent liabilities that Dean Foods faces related to the underfunded status of certain multi-employer pension plans in which it participates. Quote, in particular, and by far the most significant, Ralph said, is the estimated potential contingent withdrawal liability of more than $700 million related to the Central State, Southeast, and Southwest areas pension. Ralph stated that such potential liabilities significantly impaired Dean Foods' ability to pursue any strategic transactions with third parties outside of a bankruptcy proceeding. The company has received a commitment of approximately $850 million in DIP financing, comprising a $425 million loan facility to replace and roll up the pre-petition revolver, and an amendment and restatement of the company's $425 million securitization facility from certain of its existing lenders led by Cooperative Rabobank, UA. Dean said it is in, quote, advanced discussions with their longtime commercial partner and largest single raw milk vendor, Dairy Farmers of America, to potentially serve as a stalking horse bidder for substantially all assets. The company says it will at the same time use the runway provided by the proposed DIP facility to explore all alternative options for standalone restructuring. At Wednesday's first day hearing, the debtors faced opposition from an ad hoc group of bondholders with respect to the debtors' proposed DIP financing and critical vendor motion. Bob Britton of Paul Weiss, appearing on behalf of that group, informed the court that the bondholders have, quote, a material source of funding to provide an alternative DIP financing proposal that would